Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've been seeing tons of requests for more makeup tutorials and fall makeup looks, so I thought I would do this one for you guys today. And this is using warm browns, hints of copper, and a dark and vampy lip color. I'm gonna give you another lip option at the end too. So if you wanna see exactly how I did it, then just keep on watching. So starting from the top with this look, I'm going to begin with one of my favorite products, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. And this is formulated for extra dry skin, but I do feel like it works really well on my normal combination skin type. And it also has a nice cooling sensation on the skin, which I really love as well. So after I've got that on, I'm going to prime my face using the Benefit POREfessional Face Primer and just smoothing that on with my fingers. It really fills in areas with enlarged pores and uneven skin texture. And lately I've been really into mixing my foundations together to get the custom shade and the custom finish that I'm looking for. So I'm going to start off with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC20 and mix in a little bit of my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in warm beige. And I'm using one of my favorite brushes. This is the Makeup Geek Foundation Stippling Brush. So once we've got that all blended in, I'm going to move on to my brows and just quickly fill those in and kind of fast forward through it because you guys have seen that a lot in my videos. But I am using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel in Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. So that is what they look like when they're done. And sometimes I do like to go back with my foundation brush and just clean up the top edge of my eyebrows that way. It looks a lot more natural than completely carving them out with concealer. And yes, I did get attacked by a Frisbee at the beach. Meant to cover that up with some concealer, but I clearly forgot, so sorry about that, guys. Here I'm popping on some of this Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC, and I'm using that as my eye base today. It's a little bit more heavy duty than my normal concealer that I use, so it's really gonna hold those eyeshadows on our lid. Then reaching for my Too Faced Natural Matte Palette, which I pretty much use every single day, and I'm gonna take this lighter color called Heaven and sweep that underneath the arch of my eyebrow using this Firm Blender E44 brush by Sigma. Then I'm going to get my transition going by mixing together Lace Teddy and Honey Butter on a big blending brush, and I'm going to apply that to my crease and pretty much just applying that back and forth and really dusting that all over. So I definitely try to start off in the outer corner, so I put down most of the color there and just build up slowly. So picking up Honey Butter this time, and that is a warmer tan, so as I layer that one on, I'm bringing it inward less and less. Then I want to deepen everything up even more, so I'm going to dip into this color called Chocolate Cookie, which is a very warm brown, and I'm using a double-ended brush by Tarte Cosmetics. So I usually try to keep my eyes open as much as possible when I'm doing my eyeshadow. That way it's going to give you a better idea of what your makeup is going to look like when it's finished. And I want to be careful not to bring this color up too high or bring it too far in. So I'm not moving my brush around a whole lot. I'm just keeping it towards that outer corner. Then I'm going to go back to that color Heaven that we used before and start packing that onto the lid. And I'm really applying that generously because I want it to show up. It's kind of the perfect color for this because it's nice and bright. And once I had these colors on and all together, I felt like I needed something that was a little darker than the Too Faced palette had, so I went for my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour palette and picked up this really reddish brown. And then I got a special coffee delivery. Gotta love that. And so I'm just gonna take that reddish brown and start working that into the crease and the outer corner of the eye as well. Here I'm using an E25 brush by Sigma. This is like a flatter crease brush. And I usually go back and forth a few times, so I'll touch up that lid color once again to get that really nice contrast between the two colors, and then I'll go back and blend just to make sure there's no rough spots. And then I'm going to pick up Honey Butter one more time, and this is on a little tapered blending brush. It almost looks like a mini paintbrush. This is an E45 and I'm using it to apply that color to the lower lash line as my base. Then I'm going to pop the L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner Pencil in brown into my waterline. And I'm going to continue to smudge out that liner just using the same reddish brown from the Kat Von D palette. Using a little flat smudger brush, I'm going back and forth and really smoking that out and also giving a nice angle look to the lower lash line. And moving down the line to this even darker brown, I'm going to take that and use it to really closely line my lower lash line. And then using my ColourPop Cosmetics eyeshadow in the color Game Face, which is a gorgeous copper shade, I'm really just haphazardly dusting this onto the lower lash line to give it that earthy copper sparkle, and I can blend it out a little bit too. Then I'm going to pick up my concealers, first using the MAC Prep and Prime highlighting pen in the color Light Boost, and this is really going to straighten up that outer edge of our makeup. Then I want to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20, and this is my favorite concealer to cover those dark circles. And I usually use the Prep and Prime pen to go back and highlight some smaller areas around the face as well. I'm going to blend that all together with this Soft Blend Concealer brush. And I am currently working on a new highlighting and contouring video, so keep an eye out for that coming very soon. And once I've got my concealer all blended out, I'm going to take my Laura Geller Baked Gelato Illuminator in Gilded Honey, and I'm applying that to my inner tear ducts and the inner corners of my eyes to really brighten them up. Then mixing together these two shades from my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette on the end of this little Makeup Forever setting brush, which I love because it is so soft and perfect to set your under eye concealer and other highlighted areas. I'm also going to set my foundation while I'm at it, and I'm using my Hello Flawless Powder by Benefit in the shade Honey. And I have a few finishing touches I want to put on the eyes, so I'm using my NYC liquid liner to really wing out my eye makeup. And you can see my process here. I just wing out a line and draw another one back, creating a little triangle, and then I just color in the lines. It is a little easier to get past that crease in your eye if you allow your liner to dip down a little bit in the outer corner, so you can avoid tracing right through the crease on your eyelid. Just a little tip. Always crossing my fingers that the second wing matches the first one. So then I'm ready to apply my mascara. And lately I've been sticking with my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Waterproof. I really love this one, especially for the lower lash line. It is really resistant to flaking and smudging and things like that. And I finally got a chance to try out my Ardell Double Up Double Wispies lashes that I picked up a little while back, and I do really like them. Just a little bit more intense than the regular Glamour Wispy style. So once I've got those on, I'm going to take my Too Faced Beach Bunny Bronzer. And I do really like this one. Sometimes in the mood for Gimme Sun, sometimes I like this one. But today I'm going to apply this to the hollows of my cheeks. I'm also blending this around the outer edges of my forehead and just kind of in a general 3 shape around the outer edges of my face. And we're going to do a bit of mixing for the contour color as well. So I like to mix these 2 shades together, again from the Kat Von D palette. And I'm starting to buff that into, right into the hollows of the cheeks, really accentuating the cheekbones and my facial structure. And I'm also contouring the end of my nose a little bit here, as you can see. So this blush, I forgot to include a clip. I'm sorry. I think I forgot to film it. I was just really into doing my makeup at this point. But I'm using MAC Warm Soul Blush. And I like to add a little bit more color sometimes. Warm Soul is fairly natural, so I wanted to take some of Peaches by MAC also and sweep some of that color on top, a very light amount. Again, going back to my Gilded Honey highlighter by Laura Geller. And I love using this little duo fiber brush by Motives to apply my highlight to the cheekbones. It's kind of the perfect size. And you can see what that one looks like. Really, really gorgeous. Then we're ready for our lip color. So the first one, I want to start off by using this ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in Clueless, which is a very, very neutral, mauve-y, kind of brownish beige color. I really like it though, and this is a good option if you don't want to go quite as dark as the next lip color. And I wanted to give you guys another lip option that had more of that fall feeling to it. So I started off with a lip pencil, and this one is Currant by MAC. So I was filling my lips in a certain way here to try to make them look fuller in the center. So I was shading in the center of my lips, as you can see. So the end lip color was pretty dark as well, so you couldn't really see the lip contouring that I was doing as much, but if I would have used a lighter lipstick, it would have showed up a bit more, but you can still see how I do it. So I'm pretty much just outlining my lips and then filling in the center and the sides. And then I want to take this liquid lipstick by Anastasia, and this is in the shade Trust Issues. So this is actually way darker than it even looks like it is in the tube. So it's just a very, very deep vampy color. It is really gorgeous. I wanted to warm it up just a touch though. So I used one of my favorite warmer red shades. This is the Meet Matte Hues Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick by The Balm in the shade Adoring. And it's just a really nice color. Again, it just brought this color to life a little bit and also made it more wearable, I think. So that is the finished look. I really hope you guys like this. I feel like it's just very fall and I was in the fall mood. What can I say? So thank you guys so much for checking out this look. I'm gonna have a new video up for you guys very soon. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting and watching, and I will see you right back here in my next video. Bye!